Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, extremely pleased with how it's going. We finally lost support. Already highlighted in the last few videos that I am now starting to lean towards the downside. Yeah, yesterday I mentioned that I even took the bullish breakout count off the chart because it became unlikely. And we talked about that Bitcoin would need to break above that basically 24K level to make a breakout to the upside now more likely, because we had still the option on the table that we would get a fifth wave extension here, yeah, of the third, as some kind of a maybe an ending diagonal that was technically still possible, but was already getting unlikely when we broke below the 22.8K level. So when we did that for the first time, it was already a warning. Since we did that, I took the bullish extension count off the chart. Even though technically still possible, it became increasingly unlikely. Always bear in mind, everything is just probabilities in these markets. Now, then I gave you yesterday this resistance area / short area. We touched it, it got rejected, then it broke overnight down, retested the channel from below. By the way, this was an ascending broadening wedge, talked about that, bearish pattern, and we came down now. Okay, so it's all happening, which is fantastic. And it seems to me that this move down is not yet finished. And it seems to me we should get at least here to the 21.2K level. There is some confluence in here around 20.9K with some fib supports, but in theory it could go down all the way to 20K. This is a wave 4, yeah, which doesn't mean it couldn't go lower than that. But if it goes lower than that, I will start to assume we are in a wave 2, and which means it allows for a deeper retracement. And then if that is the case and we hold wave 2, then I would assume wave 3 finished here, wave 4 finished here, and wave 5 finished there. But it's not the most likely count. I'll leave it like that for now. And we first need to see, do we hold wave 4 support? If we hold wave 4 support, then we can expect a reversal to the upside in a fifth wave into the, maybe not that high, but maybe into the 28K region. So that's what we've talked about all along. I'm really happy that we finally get this clearer wave 4. It was increasingly and extremely uncomfortable to have all these shallow wave 4s. Yeah, it's not healthy for a chart. So we finally get a bit of a setback. Again, ideally it now goes into this region here, and we're going to take a look at the targets in a minute. But if we zoom out, you can see it again. Yeah, we had a wave 1-2 setup down here, the yellow one, 1-2. We had quite a steep correction that was. So it is not unlikely that the wave 4 is to a degree shallow. So you can get the understanding here of the higher degree count. At the moment, my assumption is we've only finished 3 waves to the upside. We still need the 4th and the 5th to at least have a first view that the overall bear market low could be in. But then we still need to hold here a wave 2 low. Yeah, because 5 waves up, 3 waves down, that is what you need to confirm that a bear market low has been struck and the trend is changing. Now, at the moment, we don't even have 5 waves up. Possibly we have, yeah, I highlighted that to you. We could count it, we could interpret it in a way that we say, okay, we have 5 waves up, but it's not my preferred interpretation. So until we have a chance to hold wave 4, this is the count that I want to look out for, and we're heading into a new pivot point decision area. Yeah, what I will do over the next few days, after I took some profits over the weekend, yeah, highlighted that to you around 23.5K Bitcoin. Also Ethereum, I took some profits because we were facing some headwinds. Yeah, and when risk increases, then it's always worth either paying yourself a little bit, yeah, not taking all profits. You know, I always keep a core position. But yeah, anyway, it's good that the avalanche is starting to roll. And the next few days, I will start to scale in again indiscriminately into different coins. Yeah, just sort of here and there without a major plan. But obviously, after taking some profits and after maybe a 20 to 30% drop on some altcoins, yeah, I just want to start to scale in again, a little bit here and there. Spot market, nothing major, but if it's a wave 4, we should soon get into support. And some coins already are in the support area. So again, I posted that earlier on Discord and Telegram for the channel members. You know, so I do post educational stuff sometimes as well. And I did say that knowing your environment is half the battle in the market. So when you know that you are in a choppy environment, as we were here and with Ethereum as well, and you know how unclear the situation was, then it tells you to dial back the risk, wait for a low risk entry, or maybe not trade at all. And that's what I did communicate at the end of the last week, that I was taking some profits, that be extremely careful if you trade in this choppy environment without a clear setup where things are uncertain, take some risk off. And we see the effects of it, and it's finally coming down in this wave 4, which is fantastic. So let's zoom in a little bit and we talk about targets. So we talk about this situation here where we probably are now in the third wave. So we came down off this high here at around 24.2k in an A wave, moving up in a B wave, and we might now be coming down in this C wave. That's my expectation. The strong impulse down suggests it's the third wave, maybe even a third of the third. We should get a fourth at some point and a fifth. Now, if you zoom in a little bit here into the, I'll probably have to go to the, maybe 30-minute chart, maybe even 15-minute chart to show you the detail and so that we can calculate targets. If we talk here about this was a wave 1, and this a wave 2, then we can calculate the target for the third wave. That would actually take us to around here 21k basically, okay? Now that would be for the third wave. Now we don't necessarily need to get there, but it would be ideal. It would be ideal. The thing is, Bitcoin is doing something that looks a bit like an ending diagonal, so it could be that the wave 3 is ending with this fifth wave a little bit sooner, and that we start to see some sideways correction thing in a wave 4 a little bit earlier, and then we might get quite a short fifth wave. That's a possibility. So we might not get too low, and maybe we only get into the 21.2, 21k area with this C wave, because the C wave could be an ending diagonal. Need to be a bit careful about that. The thing is only that I'm getting a bit conscious that it's not really going down as fast, and that if I look at this one done, within the wave 3 we had a wave 1, we had a wave 2, probably here the 3 of 3, here a wave 4 of 3, and now maybe the wave 5 of 3. And also in that wave 5 we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe one more low to finish off the third, and then the fourth and the fifth. So we might not get to that 1.618 extension, that's what I tried to say. Anyway, we'll keep observing that, but this is the key pivot point down there. I would say target around 21k, and this is the support. Support is not target. Support is support. It can always go deeper, but target-wise, we're talking probably around the 21k area, maybe a little lower, 20.9, 20.8k, where this wave 4 could end, from what I can see now. And if we break above this trend line here earlier, then we're probably starting the move up. So we'll observe that a little, but we'll start to scale into altcoins, also Bitcoin here and there, without a clear plan, to be honest. This is sort of scaling up after taking profits, and after then, scaling up after it dropped another, 10% here, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoins dropped, some of them dropped like 20, 30%. So for example, the AI coins as well, I'm going to observe that. Look at Gala again, where I took some profits, maybe Optimism. I need to look through, things, sometimes they happen so fast. I don't want to feel rushed to do things. Needs a bit of a plan, but then also the plan is that I start to scale in without a plan, basically, because I don't mind, took some profits. I can now reinvest these at some lower prices, and will not use any leverage at this stage, because until we have a low in place, there, all I'm doing is basically catching the falling knife, and that needs some risk management, and possibly with a rather long-term perspective. And as we go lower, I will scale in a little bit more, but basically scaling in and then keeping still cash at hand for lower prices, which is the plan. And then, however, when we eventually then start to move up in a fifth wave, then we can be a bit more aggressive. Or when we drop down deeper into a wave 2 support area and hold that, trading the wave 3, which could take us above 30k maybe, would be extremely attractive. So that's sort of what I'm looking at the moment. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.